I guess the pioneer of this whole genre, I would probably say, is H3.
Ooh, do you think?
I don't know
Trauma Alert.
No, I think H3 who made it mainstream
That's true.
to take down other people
That's true.
and make fun of other people. I feel like he's the most mainstream out of all of that genre.
There's a war going on in the UK, and it's between each other. Marcus Butler was one of the first British YouTubers to make it big on the scene. He and his friends would continually collaborate with each other, creating simple yet fun videos for their viewers. Lately though, him and his friends' viewership has declined. There is a new breed of British YouTuber that is taking that crown from them, and Marcus claims that most of them seem to be commentary channels.
The new wave of British YouTubers coming through are all commentary channels.
There seems to have been an explosion in the last year of channels blowing up, basically doing that, coming for bigger YouTubers, slating them, bringing them down.
Though he doesn't directly say it, he implies that a lot of them are bullying the old crew instead of giving constructive criticism. Despite there being some merit in that statement, there's a huge reason why commentary channels are one of the fastest growing types of channels right now. And it isn't isolated to just the UK, it's happening on the platform overall.
We'll be spilling that tea.
Y'all don't know what the fuck it is you're walking into.
Disappointment is immeasurable.
Absolute nightmare.
Steaming hot takes. Not worth it.
I don't care.
Dick move.
It's scary.
Ignorance. You just hate us. How dare you?
What the fuck is going on?
Welcome to Psych IRL, my name is Donna. So, last week I talked about H3, and just as a recap, it was about the commentary community as a whole. And the basic premise was, criticism is good, but being negative, hateful, and toxic isn't. An example of this, in my opinion, is a commentary video by Social Repose, where YouTuber Richie Geisy critiques Jesse Page. It's perfectly okay to not like someone's content and give your opinion on why you don't like it, but the motivation for this critique comes from the fact that Richie does not like the people she surrounds herself with, and that includes his ex-girlfriend.
Let me sum up his video. Hey guys, I don't like Jessie Page because she's really positive and happy, and I think she's fake, but actually I don't like her because she's friends with people that I don't like, and I'm really butthurt.
Not only that, but his criticisms are nitpicky and things that shouldn't even matter.
Also, I'm not sure why she wears glasses. In most of her videos, she's looking at the camera, not even through the lenses of the frames. It's like she's not even trying.
A majority of viewers agree that this is a bad commentary video.
She's literally an android. Whenever Jessie Page does her solo videos where no one else is in the frame, it's just her talking to the camera, she always kind of has this glazed over look in her eyes, almost like she's reading off a script.
Hope that made you feel awkward and pressure to subscribe.
Someone who I think does it correctly is a commentary channel called Nerd City.
Come with Dr. Downvote as we take a closer look at YouTube's secret censorship code.
Particularly, his criticism on Jake Paul pointed out the manipulative advertising practices his mainly child audience is subject to.
But another prohibited tactic that Jake employs is to tell kids to tell their parents what to buy. That's called pester power, and it's illegal under the Unfair Commercial Practices Directive of the European Union.
This was notably constructive to the YouTube community as a whole due to the fact that the rules for advertising on YouTube and television are different. Television is more regulated while YouTube is slightly more lenient. But because Jake Paul is continually partaking in manipulative practices that break television's advertising to children rules, the YouTube community is in danger of stricter regulation if, say, an angry parent were to sue Jake Paul. This jeopardizes a number of creators who make their living solely on YouTube. As identified here, the motivations for criticism from Nerd City and Social Repose are vastly different. So, to reiterate, criticism is good and necessary for the platform, but bullying isn't. And criticizing someone just because they are friendly with someone you don't like shouldn't be the motivations for your critique. Obviously, that's something that everyone can agree on, but people are debating on where the line is between bullying and criticism.
I think there's a difference between coming for someone's content and coming for the person individually, because as we said time and time again, a YouTuber is their brand. So it's like, if you want to slate a product, you want to slate whatever, that's fine. That is completely...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Got no human emotions really behind it. When you're slating someone's content, that could be seen as that element, but as soon as you kind of push it onto the individual, and it's just, that's I think where it's like you're over the line.
Well, I do have an expert on hand, and they say
you look like a complete and utter bellend, mate. Just being a twat. All these twats have the same thing.
in all seriousness, commentary isn't a new thing on YouTube. It's just taken a different form. The fundamental thesis to commentary channels isn't a new concept.
Casper Lee called me a bully.
First, unless you're using YouTube as a storage system or you're uncaring of view count, the central objective when uploading a video is to get as many eyeballs on it as possible. That's done by doing crazy stunts, informing someone something you're very knowledgeable about, reviewing a product, etc. You're delivering some kind of value to someone, whether that's through a tutorial or entertainment. All those videos are structured in a way that makes you want to click them. A commentary channel's main structure is to capture your attention with a big name. Today, you see that when smaller YouTubers use bigger YouTubers' names in the title and thumbnail. This includes myself. Now, before you start calling every commentary channel a bottom feeder, realize that many early YouTubers did the exact same thing.
I don't want nothing but a boyfriend.
Sure, it may seem like smaller channels are taking advantage of the algorithm by using big names in titles, but that's how it's always been. The only difference was first generation YouTubers mostly went after celebrities. Who are some old school YouTubers that you know?
Dave Days.
Okay, Dave Days. So right now I'm looking at Dave Days' profile and I'm trying to see if he's ever made fun of celebrities or used celebrities as clickbait. Obviously, this is so obvious. Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber parody, and there's another one of Miley Cyrus. There's Beyonce right there.
Justine.
Justine.
She made parodies too.
Did she? I don't know, let's look at her. I know she makes tech stuff now. There's Steve Jobs on here. I don't think he counts. She's got Leave Britney Alone. That's Chris Crocker, right? MC Hammer. She hasn't used celebrities that much, but there's a couple in there like Steve Jobs and MC Hammer.
Shane Dawson.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. I already knew. He's clickbaited Fred, Sarah Palin, Britney Spears, Beyonce, more Sarah Palin, Harry Potter. Remember, I'm a Shane Dawson fan, so I'm not trying to hate, but Shane Dawson has even said that, yes, this is true. Most YouTubers start off as clickbaiting celebrities at that time, and he's admitted that in one of his videos.
If you make a video and call it Shane Dawson Sucks or something, because I'm a YouTuber, you might get some views on it. And I can't even hate on that because that would be hypocritical for me. When I started YouTube, I was using so many celebrities in my thumbnails and titles. Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus. Literally every single video had some celebrity in the thumbnail behind my stupid face.
I do agree with most of what Marcus is saying, but it does come off as slightly hypocritical because he has done the same thing, but now it may not feel like it to old school YouTubers, but a lot of people perceive YouTubers as celebrities. The perception of YouTubers is changing fast, and a lot of the younger generations do view YouTubers as celebrities. It may not feel like it if you are in the industry, and you constantly have been looked down upon by individuals who have taken the traditional route to celebrity status.
I wish I was counting the amount of times you used the word ridiculous in this interview.
This video gets ridiculous. Make a ridiculous video. Ridiculous things. Ridiculous. Most ridiculous.
Is that your takeaway from what you put out there? Do you think you deserve to have as many fans as you do?
The amount of people that have found it entertaining is ridiculous.
But it's true. There are, of course, a lot of positives to that, such as respect or being paid more, but there are also many negatives. Just as celebrities are constantly critiqued by media and your everyday Joe, you will be too.
I think the biggest thing they'll come up against is earning money, because your channel will start to blow up, but I think YouTube's AdSense isn't as good on those videos, or some of them get demonetized and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be an issue, just kind of turning the whole thing into a business, into a brand.
Being true to yourself while being brand friendly has always been a struggle for YouTubers. One cannot be too clean cut because it does come off as fabricated. This is one of the biggest reasons I believe the older British YouTubers have been so heavily criticized. It is perfectly fine to support a brand, but while doing that, they've created this perfect image that the regular person does not relate to anymore. So to add to the conversation that the Nerdwriter has already brought with his video this week,
the most popular things, the biggest movies and TV shows, and even digital media are a reflection of what we want to see, so we can read from them insights about our desires and aversions.
I think his thesis can also be applied to what's popular on YouTube right now, and that's the ever-growing popularity of the not perfect, the regular teenagers, as opposed to ones living the luxury lifestyle, the commentary channels who don't cater their content in accordance to a brand. The masses seem to be drawn to the regular once again. Many large YouTubers draw similarities to those of a celebrity. Consequently, as a collective, if we find it perfectly acceptable to criticize Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop,
Goop is using deceptive marketing.
Is there really a difference when we criticize Zoella's advent calendar and her book, since many do see her as a celebrity as well?
For just £50 you can get your own star cookie cutter. Or you could just go to Amazon and buy a pack of 6 for £3.80. The choice is yours.
So that takes us back to the question, where is the line between bullying and criticism? It seems like people are angered if you criticize a certain person.
And when I see Zoella getting attacked, she creates awesome things all the time. Sometimes people don't judge her for them, sometimes they do. With this advent calendar, people think it's too expensive. That's fine. You don't have to buy it. I don't want to go into too much detail because I feel like people have been arguing it out for the last few days. All I want to say is that she's an amazing human being who's been extremely lucky, but who's worked extremely hard to be where she is today. Media always have to find the absolute worst in everything. They don't talk about all the good things she's done.
But if that same criticism is applied to someone else, it's okay.
$300 parkas. Look, I'm not saying he didn't work hard on this brand. It takes a lot of work to put all this shit together and launch an actual company, so props to him for that, and I actually like some of the designs. I'm just saying, Tyler, you should stop doing shady ass shit, dude.
Who the criticism is from also seems to matter. People who have bigger followings are looked down upon for retaliating against someone with little to no following. It's also agreed upon that personal attacks, such as looks, are off limits unless your criticisms are comedic in nature. For as long as YouTubers started to enter the mainstream, one thing was apparent. It was difficult to gain respect from people in traditional media.
All the YouTubers were there, and I heard one of the crew members literally right behind me making fun of all of us. Like,
oh my god.
Hey guys, you know these fucking idiots make more money than us? These fucking idiots, like that girl over there is a fucking retard, like being so mean. And I was just like, but the building's here because of us.
Now that YouTubers have began to attain fame and respect from Hollywood, they lose something in the process in the eyes of the viewer. And that's what made the viewer love them in the first place, that YouTubers are just like us. By gaining money and fame, which is not a bad thing, you also become less and less like the general public. Because you aren't like the majority anymore, it is often the case that you are seen as more comfortable and untouchable. And it's not right, but people do start to lose empathy. You are put on a pedestal like a celebrity, but dehumanized and critiqued like one as well. That's the end of the video. I will see you guys next time. Stay psyched.